Well, considering what I talked about yesterday, I'm feeling pretty good. I was actually kind of worried because, how do I put this? When going into yesterday's video, I actually sort of felt like I know I'm going to be doing it, doing what I talked about on December 14th, no matter what. But this is the first time since I've started doing videos where, instead of, I didn't really think about, what I was going to say throughout the year as much as I did. So here's the thing, when I first started making videos, I knew I was going to be doing that video way back in January of 2018. And then I had December of 2018 to, talk about it. I basically had an entire year almost. And I've had pretty much a year after that. But this is the first time where, not as often anyway, where I'm like, oh, I am going to be doing that video at some point, aren't I? So, yeah. I guess maybe I'm used to doing it at this point. Because I know it's important. I know it's something I always am going to be doing. Because it's a story that needs to be shared. Sorry, it's on my eye. Hold on. So, yeah. It's funny. And I said this yesterday. There's always one or two things I wind up forgetting to say when I do that video. Just not because here's the thing. It doesn't really take away from anything I was saying. I mean, the message is still there. I just want to make sure I say everything that I feel is important to say. And there actually were a couple things, but honestly, compared to what it normally is, it's pretty they're all pretty arbitrary. For instance, you guys are probably wondering, was it even appropriate to be wearing this hat during that video? And I can see why you would think that, but we're in December. It's sort of the theme of the month. What can I say? I made my bed, now I have to sleep in it. As for everything else, I could have probably elaborated a little bit more on the times I got to know and talk to Andrew Einstein. Because there were a couple of times. In fact, I've shared this story a lot in the past, but, it's still a funny story, so I can say it here. One day during cross country, because, we're all, remember, Trinity College is an all-boys school. We're a bunch of guys. We're going to come up with some really funny and not really suitable things for a lady to hear. During our warm-up stretches, we started talking about funny names for some of the different dormitories. And I had come up with the name, because there's actually a dorm at Trinity College called Barstow. And so I came up with the name Barstoners. And at first, no one laughed. But then Andrew was the one who reacted to it. And he laughed. So, hey, if nothing else, I got to make him laugh. That was nice. So, yeah, I could have elaborated on stuff like that. And the only other thing I really could have talked about is, yes, the 14th is when the beginning of those several days takes place that I mentioned. And it was the next day I found out about his death, since he had died the night before. I can see why some people might think that, well, wouldn't that mean he may have died on very early in the morning on the 15th and no one would know? Well, yeah, that's technically a valid argument, but we don't know. That's just something that we only have speculation to go on. In the end, it's better, I don't know. Because it isn't about semantics as to the when in this case. It's really it's really more of the message involved. And that is, through everything that happened, I was able to get through it thanks to the help of being surrounded by all of my brothers at Trinity Pauling, which I guess, interestingly enough, that's when I really started referring to them as my brothers. Who knew? Well, anyway, that was a lot, and I think we can move on with everything else. So, my low yesterday, well, I guess if I do have to pick a low, it's, again, I probably could have elaborated more on a couple things in yesterday's video. The things I just mentioned. And I didn't do that. My high is the video itself, just because, that is a very important message that I do want to share with the world. Because it is something that we all need to learn and, remember in life. That, and plus, I got to see my parents yesterday. That was nice. We actually had a nice dinner we had cheeseburgers for dinner last night. I know I did the Mom Food Chronicles on when my mom makes burgers before, so I'll keep it brief. Basically, my mom likes to put Lipton onion soup mix in her ground beef patties. Admittedly, actually, funny enough, these burgers came out really juicy. Anyway, they were burgers, and they were top, because my dad has a PET scan today, so he couldn't really have much. So we had cheeseburgers topped with his favorite cheese, which is Swiss. And he couldn't have buns with the burger or tomatoes. So he could really only have protein and fat. So we had a couple pieces of bacon and, the burger. Although I did suggest that both In-N-Out and Five Guys have a secret menu item where you take, instead of a bun, you could actually put a burger in between two things of lettuce and eat like a burger like that. He didn't want to do that, but he could have. So yeah, it was a nice quiet dinner. Got to hang out with my folks a little bit, watched a little bit of the Monday Night Football game, which is why I went to bed so incredibly late last night. It was nice. And my act of kindness, well, simply put, my mom had a few dishes in the dishwasher and stuff to put away, so I put it away for her. So that said, I have quite a bit of housekeeping to do. So let's get things started. Good morning and happy Monday. It's Tuesday. See, I really am tired. I forgot what day of the week it was. Ah, boy. Maybe hopefully my low will just be as simple as that. I screwed up that. I'm always worried I get the day number wrong too, but I know what day it is. Because, every, numbered day is going to be on Sunday is going to be a factor of 7. That's how I know what day it is. So today is, day 1080. Hey, 1080 snowboarding, N64. Anyway, right, let's get into all the NFL picks that I made before I get into the manga chapter. Alright, so I wound up being right about the Titans, the Bucks, the Chiefs. I was wrong about the Broncos winning. I was right about the Bears, right about the Cardinals. I was thankfully right about my Cowboys for once. I was wrong about the Colts winning. I was right about the Seahawks winning. I was right about the Packers winning. I was right about the Chargers winning. I wound up being wrong about the Washington football team winning. I was really wrong about the Eagles winning. And I was right about the Bills winning. And yes, there was a game last night, but I couldn't make that pick for very obvious reasons. But I would have picked the Browns to win, and I would have wound up being wrong. Because the Ravens won. So, yeah. With that said, let's get into our penultimate step towards One Piece Chapter 1000, shall we? Alright. That said, crap right there. One Piece chapter 998. Ancient types. I wonder if he's talking about the ancient zones. Holy cow, are we going to get to see the Toby Ropo? And all their Delver powers? And if so, are we going to get our giant robot versus dinosaur fight? Ooh, let's see. Okay. Well, last picked up we left off, seeing Hanishima flying and hovering over the water. Okay, our calamity is still in effect. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Marco's Phoenix flames are actually crawling down the ice Oni virus. And Chopper can actually make the antidote faster. Oh yeah. That does remind me, Marco the Phoenix is a doctor. So him and Chopper teaming up is actually quite fitting. Nice. Okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Right. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Okay. Looks like Marco is willing to fly Zoro, Robin, and Brooke up to where Luffy's heading. You know, the samurai willing to protect Chopper. Okay, very nice. Uh-huh. Oh, Scratch Man Aku. Okay, he's gonna show up. Wait. Oh, Diaz Drake for the win. And he's showing off his devil fruit in his full glory. For those of you guys who don't remember, Diaz Drake has the dragon fruit, or Ryu no Mi, model Allosaurus. It's an ancient type zone. Okay, I'm calling right now. We're going to be getting members of the Toby Ropo revealing themselves. Because he's revealed Drake several times. And he's doing it like this in this format. Alright. Uh-huh. Okay. Mm-hmm. General Frank is doing the thing. Sasuke, number of the Toby Ropo, okay. Wow! We got it! We actually got it! We have our giant robot versus dinosaur fight. And Sasuke is the Dragon fruit model Triceratops. Yes! That's a good one for him. I like that. But man, okay. Sasuke really shouldn't be that big in this photo. I think Oda just drew it for dramatic purposes, I guess. Okay. See, moving on to Sanji now, okay. Oh, looks like Black Maria's devil fruit power too. Let's see. Oh, it's an ancient Zoan type, but it's not a dinosaur. It's actually the Kumo no Mi, or the spider fruit. Spider fruit, excuse me. Model Rosmagale Gravo Jelly. Gravo Jelly? Hold on, I'll look at that for a second. Let me look at that for a second. Okay. Okay, it was described. Okay, it's a spider. Can I actually get a picture of what it looks like in real life, please? I would say it would have lived during the Jurassic period or something, so. Let's see. Okay. Huh. So on a second. Before I continue, this is apparently what the model is supposed to be. So yeah, apparently there was a spider with that sort of cool looking name. But back to the chapter. Alright. Although this is a pretty crazy design for Black Maria. Huh. Okay. Let's move on, shall we? Woo! We got Who's Who! Oh! And these are kitty cats, specifically the cat fruit, or the Neko no Mi, model saber-toothed tiger. Ooh, and Jinbei gets to fight him. A fishman, going up against one of the members of the Tobiropo, whose power happens to be that of a cat breed. Huh. I wonder if that is meant to play on the fact that a cat is a natural predator for a fish. Interesting. Neat. Okay, okay. I love this. Jim was like, I'm the helmsman of the Straw Hat crew. I prefer my more prestigious title. Yeah, Jinbei's here to stay. Yes. Alright. Let's move on to the rest of the chapter, shall we? Okay. It looks like Who's Who is giving some hints as to who he really is underneath his mask. You know what? If Funimation ever did get to this part in the English dub, I actually have a pitch as to who I want the members of the Tobiropo to be voiced by. Maybe I'll do a video on that someday. Anyway. And it looks like Ulti and Page 1 are bringing up the rear. Their devil fruit powers are already revealed, as Ulti is the dragon fruit model Pachycephalosaurus, and Page 1 is the dragon fruit model Spinosaurus. Okay. Very nice. Next we're back to Yamato and Momonosuke, telling him that, wait, is that a silhouette of Ace? Are we going to be getting a flashback? Because Ace was on Wano at one point. Well, we're going to find out. Well, technically the chapter will be on December 20th, but it'll be the 21st. I'll make my manga chapter reaction. So we'll just have to wait until then to see. Honestly, this is a good chapter. It felt short because there was a lot of giant 2-page cover spreads, like 6 of them. And it really felt like I would just want to say, forget it, I'm just going to draw a bunch of dinosaurs today. But you know what? It works. It works phenomenally. And we get our giant robot versus dinosaur fight. Yes! Man, come on. Who doesn't love a good giant robot versus dinosaur fight? You say Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla, anyone? Like, favorite, share, subscribe button, follow me, whatever you can do. I am very humble in this video for all of you guys who watch and enjoy today. Hopefully you have a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. Hey, I got the date right this time. And remember, if you guys want to talk, the channel is over here. So London here, so the proof ball was in the way. And always say back, take care and make good choices. Giant dinosaurs! Giant robot versus dinosaur fight. Man, I'm so excited I can't even get it right. See ya.